Now, we'll have those stories in a moment. But first, the U.S. pursuit to stamp out terrorism has taken it to Somalia, where a U.S. airstrike has destroyed a main training and command post of the Al-Shabaab terrorist group. Now, the Pentagon says Sunday's strike, in response to attacks in Somalia by the Al-Qaeda-linked extremist group, killed 8 militants. The base was in the middle Juba region in southern Somalia. That's according to the Office of Somalia President Mohammed Abdullahi. Well, for more on this operation in East Africa by the U.S. and its allies, VOA's Carla Babb joins us live from the Pentagon. Now, Carla, what more can you tell us about this operation?
Well, Vincent, we are hearing that those 8 militants were part of a command and logistics node in the Middle Juba region, which is a stronghold of Al-Shabaab. We're hearing that this is the first time that the U.S. military has struck Al-Shabaab militants with a drone strike since President Donald Trump took office. And this is actually the first time officials are telling me that they used the new authorities granted by President Trump to the U.S. military in the region. Those new authorities basically mean that before, the United States had to have self-defense related strikes. They couldn't just strike offensively. That's not the case now. As you can see with this strike, they used an offensive strike to hit this command node, and they will continue to do so in the future, they say.
Now, well, these fellows may have been killed, but the question is, were there any high-value targets at this camp?
Well, Vincent, that's a great question, because local reports had said that the deputy commander of Al-Shabaab was in the area, but that is not what I'm hearing from the Pentagon. I'm hearing that the command and logistics node itself was the target, not any high-value individual. But this is an example of how no matter how big or how small a camp may be, the United States is looking to defeat terror across the globe. And that's why the Somali president once again reiterated and called on Al-Shabaab members to lay down their arms in return for amnesty if they renounce violence.
And in fact, last week after the attack at camp, he said he will retaliate. Carla, there are operations ongoing across the globe, and we're hearing that U.S. forces actually came under attack twice over this last weekend in Afghanistan. Tell us a little more about that.
Well, that's right, Vincent. It was a very busy time in Afghanistan over the last few days. Just today, a U.S. and Afghan convoy came under attack. They were hit by a roadside bomb, and then after the bomb went off, they started getting fire. They returned fire. 3 militants were killed, and fortunately, no U.S. casualties there. However, that wasn't the case. A couple days ago on Saturday, we learned that 3 U.S. service members were killed and another was wounded in what we like to call a green-on-blue incident. That's when one of the Afghan partners actually turned his gun on the United States forces and killed those 3 conventional soldiers that were there. I'm hearing from my sources here that they were part of the 101st out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. That's where they're originally based. And we are not getting all the details yet. I'm sure that's going to be coming out over the next couple of days as an investigation is underway. But once again, 3 more killed in Nangarhar province.
Well, Carla, thank you very much. That's our VOA Pentagon correspondent, Carla Babb, reporting live from the Pentagon.